again. Like I'm pressing a button. Hello guys, I am Keller Adams, and I am also cold, which is why it's really convenient. I have a blanket here. Anyways, today I'm gonna be continuing my series on the Stanley Parable and trying to discover some new endings. Yeah, just play the game. Just have some fun. Have a blanket. Okay, let's get this started. So the random guy in the game menu said that I could set it to my favorite time. So, in honor of the most random number, I'm gonna set it to 7:37. Yep, that's my favorite time of day. No, it's my favorite time of day. What time is it? I don't know. Pretty inaccurate. There we go. So am I. I love adjusting the settings. Yeah. Well, this guy's gonna give me a bunch of sliders. Might check that out later. I'm sorry, narrator. I want to go through the blue one.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? Yes. You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. Okay. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
I've already played your
story. I don't think I put a lot of time into that, because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Trees. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
My eye.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where did these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try.
No way, a leaderboard? Wow. Everybody's offline. Only the worst 3% choose the blue door. Yes.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Of course.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I'm gonna be here for a while, guys. How long have I been playing this game? No, 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 no! I'm pressing this song for the whole day long. Pressing buttons on, with the baby gone. 'Cause I can't change this, I'm stuck with this twist. I can't turn around, everyone make a sound. I'm playing a game, the premise here is the same. I ain't giving in because I got to learn about him. By that, the narrator I mean, I got the C-Pass machine, and I'm never gonna turn around because I'm playing this game till the end of the zone. I ain't stopping, I ain't turning back. I press the button, I never need to ask, what am I doing? Why am I here right now? Why am I pressing a button that has no premise? How am I here in this world where babies go through the danger of the TV on? The parental life is on the stage here. I never turned away from the values of my past, and now I'm pressing buttons. Yeah, I'm pressing buttons. Do da 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 da.
You heartless bastard.
No.
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that...
No, not the baby! No!
I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
No.
If my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here?
Well, we're not playing the Stanley Parable today. We're playing a completely different game. Well, a bunch of different games.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley, and it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Don't tread on me. Yeah, right. Look at this wide,
No,
expansive world. I'm going.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
No.
Thank goodness, Stanley, what a close call. You really wandered off into that thing, that big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any...
Jonesy Lake.
Heavens, we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
No, we're not.
I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Well...
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
What?
Yes, I think surely...
Why did I completely forget
Stanley,
what this
here's
game
the
was
ball.
called?
Have fun.
I should know this.
But if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more.
Rocket League!
I'm insatiable.
How could I
More
forget that?
balls!
Oh. Well, this is great.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right.
Oh,
The
no.
little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something.
Well,
After all, you're the one who knows best.
I brought this upon
Take
myself.
care, Stanley.
So. Oh, it was literally on the wall. Why didn't I just read the wall? Oh my goodness.
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Oh no.
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. We still have...
Where do I go from here? Okay, this is kind of creepy. Not going to lie, this is... I'm slightly terrified right now. 427, we're back. And now I can't see again.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way.
I agree.
Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I'm sure. I'm really sure about that. More dark rooms, I will need.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Okay.
To reach out to
Kinda
her.
spoiled about
if
this
you
one.
can truly place your faith... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone? Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly?
Yep.
I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
What?
I can't
Oh my
believe
goodness.
I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or
Oh,
did
no.
you not grasp the severity of the situation?
No,
Well,
I
I won't
didn't.
have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense.
I think
and at
reading
no
is pretty
time should you
important.
make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking
2
with a
plus
person
4
who
equals
does not
fish.
make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real.
lot of
Allow the
people use
person
this
to
to say
finish their
that I'm not
thought,
real.
then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness,
My
it's
goodness.
4:30. I'm
It's
supposed to
4:30?
be having a back, sack, and crack."
I'm supposed to be having a bad second crack. Because it's 4:30, guys. Yep.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
8 choices
Do you
per
make
day.
more than 8? Less?
Make a
And
lot
finally,
of choices.
if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Field exercise.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This
Okay.
way, please. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means
I am
choosing
Stanley.
responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I can do this. And I at least know they blocked off the executive bathroom. That's just sad. And now it's green. You know.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief
What is
who
that
orchestrated
panda?
this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115. I don't think I spoke clearly enough, guys.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He
Night
spoke it
Shark
into the
115.
receiver, right there on the wall.
That's what I'm doing, narrator. I don't think it's working.
You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way?
Oh my
Speak.
goodness.
Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Okay, I
I'm
can
quite
do
sure
this.
you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
As
When
long as it
Stanley
doesn't
came
involve
to a set
speaking.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Of disbelief, behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to
I
the
was
task.
going too
Just
fast.
follow my
I
lead and
see.
you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting
I'm
the story
trying to
first.
do that.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fine. I'll take the right door.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Okay? Don't kick me out this time.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work.
No,
Why?
no, this
For
was
what?
you.
What did you get out of that?
This
What
was
did you
all
think
you.
was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that
You
my
hadn't
story is
made
now
me have to
incorrect?
speak.
How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy
My
all of my
goodness.
work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Oh. Oh, And there it goes. Oh no.
I'm here. I'm still here.
This is not
here in this
good.
pile of rubbish. With you, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He
I
actually
tried to
knows how
follow
do what
the
I tell him to.
instructional
He
video.
understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it.
I
There was
did
a
go
whole
through the door on the
underground
left.
facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello?
Well, here we are.
Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important.
Narrator.
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me?
I
Whatever
tried
choice
to
make
do
is
what
just
you
fine.
said.
You're both correct.
I tried to
There's nothing wrong here.
change.
We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that...
New content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yep.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Uh-huh.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable,
More.
delighting audiences the world over.
Happy face.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Why, so am I. So am I.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on
Oh,
here?
no.
Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last.
Here we are.
All right, let's see, it's... the jump circle?
I don't want to waste all my jump.
Is that it?
I think
Surely
so.
that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Okay.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fanbase rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
That's a good idea.
No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Sounds good to me. Well, there's the office. Not exactly where I expected it to be.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay. I'm on my way.
So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Oh, look at this.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences
That's
like
a
the
good
launch
idea.
of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap Nintendo Switch port? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game
Oh my
originally
goodness.
launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
I can sit on the little bench.
Je suis dans la memory zone, seul sur l'abri des loups, et je n'attends plus que toi, mon amour.
There's a lot of music in this episode.
C'est là, dans la memory zone, où je me remémore les jours.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless
I didn't know I was
husk
playing Persona
with
3,
an hour
guys.
of new elevator content.
Okay.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
I agree. Those figurines. I hate Mondays.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's
do you
this?
mean?
What's down here?
Did you make this?
Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games.
Oh no.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious
What
and
do you mean?
unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
I
I'm not trying to be
disagree.
funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
You don't have to change a thing, Mr. Narrator.
Like a failure.
You're not a
Like I let
failure.
these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
You're not a failure, okay? There's just a lot of people who hate you, and there's a lot of people who hate everybody. There's people who hate me, okay? You're not a failure.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customers.
Oh, my.
Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no.
But
The Stanley
that's the
Parable
whole
is
point.
a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well then... Elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to
fine.
manufacture. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal... Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you... Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door, as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait.
You guys are gonna have a good look at this ladder.
And don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
This is so intriguing. So make a great content on it. It is I, the seeker of mysteries, the contextualizer of context, the one who provides and the one who has nothing. And I shall destroy this world that is under the grasp of my fingertip. For nothing else. Nothing could sustain the power that I can. Nothing could bring such omnipotent destruction. Here I am, watching, waiting, hearing the dripping of the water on the hard stone, seeing nothing change. As ending is inevitable. Now look at me. I'm the new narrator. I'm the one who gives the long, rambling speeches. And no one can stop me. Now, the question remains. Will Stanley press the button? Or will he stand there, inevitably? We'll have to wait till next time to find out. In the meantime, if you are enjoying this series, feel free to like and subscribe. If you're not enjoying this series, I'm sorry. Anyways, I have to cut it off because once again, I went for too long. So, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. And I'm here on this narrator on my heart. And I can't focus because he's always there, only talking and blabbering, rubbing about. And I'm thinking, maybe thinking, I need to rid of him for some way. Please destroy him, bloody world. And there ain't nothing to do to stop him. So I'm here. We found him to be the winner of fate and the promoter of circumstance. Because I will win.